Okay, folks, on our AMSOIL Fishing Report, we're going to head up to Hayward, Wisconsin right now to talk with our buddy Pete Mena. For those of you who don't know, Pete filmed my very first show with me back in August of 1991, and we've been fishing together ever since. Pete is not only the muskie guru of the world, but I think Pete is one of the best all-round anglers, good walleye fisherman, good at all kind of fishermen. In your truck, what are you doing? Riding around checking out ice conditions?
Yeah, a little bit of that, John. It's a busy time of year, deer hunting, ice conditions. There's a lot going on, man.
Well, when I look at fishing up in Hayward, ice fishing with you, I usually look at that first week in December is about the best time to come up and have, safe ice, more or less, right?
Oh, I would say, John, if there's a time frame, that you'd consider first ice, safe ice every year is a little different, but I would say, yeah, first week of December, you can normally be on, and sometimes it stretches in a little later. It's looking like this year we'll definitely have enough ice and everything will be fine. But again, the safety thing is really important, and I expect other people are mentioning it, but you should always have your spud. That's to be checking the ice on the way out anytime you go out. New and flotation and ropes. The important thing is to be able to actually get out and obviously have somebody else with you so you're not alone, to be able to use the ropes and yank you out if you do have an issue. But if you're careful with a spot and walk out slowly and make sure you're on at least 4 inches ice, you should have no problems at all.
And if guys do want an update, we got the phone number on the screen right now. Hayward Bait and Tackle really keeps a close eye on most of the lakes in your area too, right?
Oh yeah, that's definitely a source for a little bit of everything. Obviously all of the bait, live bait and artificials, but definitely the ice conditions. They got a lot of guys who guide who are going through there, and they're essentially hearing from people all over the general area. So there's pretty much not a lake that they haven't heard about. If for some reason the ice conditions could be dangerous, potentially some current areas and those types of things. So.
Well, I know that you're the muskie guru, but I know you too very well. You enjoy crappie fishing through the ice. And one of the things that you and I have found in recent years is to check the basins for crappies, even early ice all the way through winter, the deeper parts of the lakes, right?
Yeah, I like a lot of panfish. You know me, John. I always like to have enough people around so I can put some pike tip-ups out as well in a lot of cases, and walleyes as well. Ideally, what I like is access to the basin, but also some weeds as well. As a general rule, in darker, more stained waters, I'm going to be thinking more basin for sure. That's most likely where I'm going to find my panfish. In the case of clear water situations, though, sometimes the fish will be in nice, especially if they're still green weeds this time of year as well. But ideally, I'm in a place where I can check both on a given day and run some tip-ups as well.
Tip up fishing up there, I've done a lot of it with you over the years. You got the northern pike, you got the walleyes, and I'm a firm believer in going into those weed beds. If you still got green weeds, your walleye and pike fishing with tip ups can be really good early ice, can it?
Well, that's the neat thing about the weeds. It usually is really truly a multi-species deal. You can literally catch everything from bass and walleye and obviously northern pike and then your different types of panfish and perch as well in a lot of cases. So yeah, if they're in there, that's what's cool about it. You can find a little bit of everything, and again, you can check the deeper levels nearby. And I always, if you have enough lines, if you've got the deep water nearby, I always like to run a couple of baits suspended over deep water as well. Sometimes it all depends, but as little as a few feet below the ice in deeper water, a lot of times can be real effective.
Got to mention the Chippewa flowage now, because in recent years they've opened that up to ice fishing, and they aren't big crappies in there, but you can get a lot of crappies on the Chippewa flowage, right?
Well, the flowage remains one of the better pan fisheries out there. Like you mentioned, the sizes, I would guess overall still a little above average for the area, but yeah, it's not a lot of big fish, but the numbers are real good. It is just a panfish fishery in the winter for ice.
Right.
Although you can fish up until December with safe ice, you can target the walleyes out there. But yeah, it's a tremendous pan fishery, and boy, since they've opened it up, there's just there's been a lot of real quality fishing out there, and in good numbers.
I know a couple other lakes you want to mention. Any other lakes? That Nelson Lake has a pretty good reputation up there too, right?
Yeah, Nelson Lake for pan fishing. It underrated to a certain extent for panfish, or Coudray grindstone, that type of thing. Up in Bayfield County, a lake that does pretty well is Namacoggin.
Right.
There's Owen. There's so many good lakes, and that's really part two of checking in with the folks at Hayward Bait. Sometimes there are patterns where the stained water systems are going a little better than the clear water systems, and that's something to check out for. And they're usually pretty helpful there on those types of patterns as well.
Well, that's why I like Hayward Bait and Tackle, because you stop in there and they want you to buy bait and they want you to catch fish, so they're going to give you some good information.
Well, that's right. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, buddy. Well, hey, I'm going to let you go. Thank you, and see you ice fishing pretty soon.
Oh, yeah. Won't be long now, John. Thanks.
All right. Thanks.